Hello there. Howdy there. Hello. How'd you do? Amen, etc, etc, etc. Hello. This is the third take. It's the first one I managed to cut my own head off, which is quite an achievement. Second one, I left the TV on so you could hear what was happening in the background and not listening to me. Right, today's little topic is religion. Well done is me. Most controversial subject I could take on apart from politics. No, the most controversial subject I can probably take on. You'll probably disagree with me, you probably agree with me, but at some point I'm going to annoy somebody and I'll get flaming in below. And to be honest, they're just trolls, so ignore them. Anyway, carrying on. Religion. There are a lot of faiths and beliefs in the world. Some are good, some are very, very bad. They all boil down to one aspect, and that is the need for an all-powerful aspect that we can look up to, or down to, with the option of joining them, him, it, her, to escape one's mundane existence in some kind of immortal existence. Anyway, my favourite quote for a religion is, God is another word for mother on the lips and minds of men. I use the word men because most religions are formulated by men, most religions are recorded by men. There are some feminist religions out there. I'm not arguing against them. I'm just saying that a lot of the major religions nowadays are formulated and created by men, and therefore God is another word for mother on the lips and minds of men. Carrying on. As when we were children, our parents, guardians, predominantly the mother figure, are an all-powerful, ever-present beings that have total control of our lives in some way or another. But as we grow up, this changes, but we still need a presence in our lives, and that's where we get the need for gods or God, depending on which religion you follow. Now here's the way I see it. We are the stuff of stars. That is, our existence, our makeup, every atom and everything we came from the most primal, basic forces the universe has at its disposal. This is scientific fact, and it's backed up by empirical evidence. And at the end of time, we shall return to the stars. So we are the stuff of stars, and at the end of the time, we will return to the stars in one way or another. We are but a young race, a pimple in the history of the world, and less in the expanse that is the universe. And we are still very, very much in the cradle or womb that is Earth. One rock in the cosmic dust of everything. Now, do you know how insignificant that is? And then you boil it down and tiny. Anyway, without our world, we would be nothing. And without the biodiversity here, we would be nothing. And from this genetic soup, we have evolved to a point where life has become self-aware. This is scientific fact, backed up with empirical evidence. What else do you need in a religion? Oh, you need belief. No, you don't. Believe that, it's true. What's wrong with believing something that's true? Oh, there must be something else. No, it's quite nice. Anyway, we are the universe made sentient. The universe trying to understand itself and discover itself. And by not following that, we discredit it. We discredit our own existence. Why involve an anthropomorphized God when it is the sun, which is over there at the moment, that has been our creator and will be our destruction. Why worship some omnipresent being when it is the earth that's given us the chance of life? Without these conditions, we wouldn't be here. Not some omnipresent God. It's evolved in such a way that life can exist. It exists in such a way that life can have the luxury of being self-aware. Although you could say self-aware as a way that we became dominant on the planet, that's a different matter altogether. They are, that is, the sun and the earth, our father and mother. And nothing, and I mean nothing, has been so influential or as important in the total of our existence as them two, you could say, beings, if you like. And yet they give us death as much as they give us life, and without even caring about our existence or even knowing we're here. They don't care, they don't know. Earth is a rock, sun is a flaming ball of all sorts of stuff, and they don't even know or care we're here. I'm not saying I'm doing exactly the same as religions do. I'm anthropomorphizing them, because that's the human psychological condition. That's what we do. Well, that's a different matter. That's another scientific fact, if you like. Back to all the empirical data. I like that phrase. Anyway, and because of this, we should give them respect, particularly the world about us, and treat it like the cradle it is. This particular world is our cradle until it is time for us to move on. That is, leave. The so-called new birth of our species. Now, why do I say this? Well, the world is nearing the peak in which it's sustainable for us to stay here. It is coming to a point where we must be released from our cradle and move on. We cannot stay here, and nor should we. We are fledglings, we are younglings. We are fledglings waiting to leave the nest, but first we must fly. If we stay in the nest, we shall die. No ifs, no buts, no afterlife. We shall die as a species, which would be a shame. Plus the cradle at this rate would die with us, which is also a shame. If we leave, we can leave the earth as it is, which is quite a nice idea. Our cradle will also eventually die. Our nest destroyed in the cosmic winds of our own sun, or the burning, pulsating magma of the world below. Our one and only goal is to spread through the universe, one point, to survive. We cannot afford to feather our nest if the world is swept away by forces beyond our control. So therefore, we must get off the goddamn rock. One of my favourite sayings. And where does that leave morals? Well, morals are the oil in the gears of a well-ordered society. They are the guidance for which society can form and mould itself. They allow our species to achieve its maximum potential and safeguard the life in which we live. Try that again. Excuse me. Without them, we would take a backward step from enlightenment, and society would stand on the brink of self-destruction. But where do they come from? Well, not from some god, but developed from society itself. We, as humans, have learned over thousands and thousands of years that a few general guidelines passed from one generation to the next works to the benefit of society, and everybody prospers. We must not, however, burden society with draconian laws, which is something we're in danger of today, as this leads to stagnation, another step backwards. Yet we must self-impose moralistic rules and the most basic form of being is don't be an idiot, don't take the piss. Because it's when people are idiots or take the piss that society tends to collapse slightly. Yet we must allow a little bit of chaos into our existence, as it enables us to experience, learn and evolve. This is where anarchy comes into its own. I see democracy as being the worst way to run society, where the majority, or in the UK's case, the vocal minority, inflict their own moral laws on those that may prosper from a freer society. But that's politics. We'll leave that to another time. You'll hear something like that in the future. But I'm not talking about the anarchy of the punk movement or the young disillusioned, but anarchy is supposed to be, which is one of mutual respect and harmony, allowing each member of the community to achieve their full potential, enabling society to grow and breathe. That's the essential bits. If we don't grow and breathe, we stagnate. And that is something we cannot allow to happen.